Welcome, everyone, to the second episode of Speak Podcast. We have the best person ever, Luca, in the house.
Hey, what's up, guys? Thank you so much for coming out. Much appreciated.
And today we have a special guest on the show. It is the Crapgamer.
Yeah, what's up? Hey, everybody. I'm happy to be on the show and spend some time with you lovely ladies and talk some interesting topics that probably people would never expect me to talk about in a million years. So, yeah, it's going to be a fun show. Hopefully, everybody enjoys it. And thank you guys for inviting me.
I
Crap Gamer
appreciate you.
exposed.
I appreciate you joining us. I really do.
No problem.
Um, okay, so we all know that you are like super famous and stuff like that, but can you give us a little introduction about, tell us about yourself and what you do?
Well, I'm a Pisces. I'm 35. Well, no, okay. I'm a YouTuber. That's kind of just what I do for fun, and I like to entertain people. I like kind of that aspect of being somebody a little bit different from my day-to-day self, which is like animal rescue and things like that. And so that's kind of what I deal with in my real life. So talking about video games and stuff like that is a good kind of shake up, and so I've managed to form a little niche of me of on YouTube, talking games and things like that. Uh, I'm an Xbox fan, obviously, and so that's where I kind of spend most of my time talking about. So I'm really basically that's it. A lot of people turn to me for positive Xbox news, but I'll also give bad if that's what's up. So most people probably know me from that. And I just love gaming, so it's my favorite hobby. So that's what most people probably know me from, and I like talking about gaming. And I've met some incredible people in the community, like you two, and like Foxes in the chat, Noof, and Mooch, and Zaire, and K Mega, all these great people that I've met. It's been absolutely fantastic.
Awesome, awesome. And we did this last week, but I think we might do it every week. We will also introduce ourselves. Luca, you want to go first?
Sure. My name's Luca. Uh, you may know me from my various call-ins on MNC mornings.
Those long ass call-ins.
Long ass call-ins that apparently are a problem for some people. No big deal. I'm also on Twitter at TheAshenLuca. You can find me starting drama and fighting with people every day of the week. And you can also find me on She-Wolf's channel, or She-Wolf and GKB's channel, Gamers Knows Best. With the ladies' night, I don't know when that's coming back, but you can find me there. And then you can also find me Sundays, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for Speak with my girl Blue. You can also find me on Xbox Live because I'm always there. Listen, I don't really do too much other than a few podcasts and start fights on Twitter. But yeah.
Oh boy. Okay. Well, so my turn. I'm Blue. At least that's what everyone calls me. And I'm a streamer, and I'm also now a podcaster. And I am also on Twitter and a gamer, and have many things, many hats that I wear. So, that's good.
What's your favorite hat?
My favorite hat? I have no favorite hat.
Oh, okay.
Now, it's hard because I have fun with everything that I do, which is how you have to live life, guys. You
I
have
agree,
to enjoy what you
100%.
do. But right now, podcast hat on. Ooh, let's go.
Exactly.
All right, moving on. We have some interesting topics for you today, but starting off with our questions, as you guys know and love. Today we have a guest with us, so it should be extra fun because last week it was just Luca and I answer his questions. So we'll be doing different questions this time. So you guys know I have music for that, right?
Yes.
Let's go. All right. Questions. Who's excited? I'm excited.
I'm
I think
excited.
we're all excited.
Yay!
Woo, let's
It's
go.
not just me. I was gonna say they're just gonna let me be excited on my own here. Okay, no problem. So, all right. we have questions. And I know since our guest is here today, I won't put you on the spot and say you have to go first. But do you want to go first?
Yeah, sure. I'll go first. What are
The
we starting
first
off with?
question: what is an ideal weekend for you?
An ideal weekend for me would probably be, well, I'm in Florida, so
Ugh.
probably something to do with the beach. Probably a lot of gaming, maybe some football, maybe a little cookout or something like that. I mean, for me, that's what it's all about, just kind of hanging out, not doing too much. But I want to get some gaming in for sure. And like I said, I'm a big football fan, so watching some football, I think that'd be absolutely fantastic. Spending time with family, friends, that kind of stuff. That'd be perfect. I'm not fancy or anything like that, so it's not like I have to go to like some fancy thing or something. Just friends and family, cookout, football, gaming, normal kind of Joe Blow stuff, man. That would be a fantastic weekend for me.
Nice, nice. Luca, you want to go next?
Sure. My ideal weekend is where I don't have to do anything and I can just stay home and play my video games. I'm very easy to please when it comes to that. And that's pretty much it. That's my ideal.
Okay, well, my ideal weekend is probably just gaming. I have a lot of fun with the streaming. I do enjoy going out and going to the movies, maybe having a nice dinner. That's always fun. But I'm super chill. I mean, I don't do much like partying or drinking or anything like that. Like, throw me a movie, a good movie, nice person to cuddle with, and
Oh,
my
that's cute.
controller, and then we're good to go. Oh boy. Okay.
Noof, no chills, Noof. That's nice.
What did he say?
He said
Oh
his
wait,
ideal
no.
weekend is.
No, moving on, Noof. We will not be repeating your. No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead. You can say it.
He's no chills, Noof. He says his ideal weekend is video games, sex, and food. Fuck him up, get fucked, and stuff your fucking face.
Oh
So
my god. Noof has
that's
no chills, guys. I will
yes,
I will say that for future reference. You might hear from him a lot here.
yeah.
Oh boy. All right, next question. Dude. Um if you could have one superpower, what would it be and how would you use it?
Man, I would totally be invisible, just because then I could just like be invisible and do whatever I wanted to do, and nobody would know I was there. It'd be like the best 300-pound ninja ever. So like, you know what I mean? What's that? I hear something, but I don't see it. What is it? And like it'd be great.
Be
You know, I
honest
just, I
though. Where would you be sneaking into?
um, let me think.
Yeah, I think
Uh,
invisibility would be good for Noof too, the fucking perv.
yeah, yeah. Probably the same type situations. Go. Just. Well, I guess probably just to be able to sneak into. I was thinking more lines like sneak into places like concerts or movies or whatever. But I hear what you're saying, like locker rooms and stuff. I get what you're saying. I totally get
No.
what you're saying. My name's not Noof though.
Exactly.
I'd
No,
be
that
getting
would
into
be
baseball
cool.
games, football games, whatever. You know
That
what I
would
mean?
be
Like,
cool
yeah, that's what I'm
to
saying.
sneak into some like awesome. Like, you don't have to pay for anything.
Exactly. That was my thought, but yeah, I guess looking at the people in the locker room, that seems a little creepyish to me though. So probably not down for that.
Oh god, that would be creepy. What about
Yes.
you, Luca?
Uh, let's see here. Time travel, the ability to stop time
Oh, that's a good
because and rewind it because I've been in a bunch of car accidents. Let me tell you,
one. Oh no.
I would love to. It's kind of a joke at this point now because the amount of times it's happened. But I would have loved to have that kind of power every time that happens. And then also when I'm staying up late, I'd like to have the power to stop time so I can sleep in and then just head over to work. So
Mm,
that would be perfect for me. I think about it all the time. I'm like, man, if I could go back, I wish I could go back.
yeah, that's a good one. I haven't even thought of that.
Well, if you were Superman, you could just fly fast and rewind time. So,
Yeah.
though you might not have seen that for a Superman movie, you weren't even born, but still, that's what
But
he
that's
does.
like a lot of like the consequences of that. I don't know, man. Plus, how come he doesn't have that kind of power anywhere else? Like first of all, I love Superman, so I know about that. Um, but I'm just
It was a MacGuffin. Like they never went back to it after that. You know what I mean? It was like a kind of a mistake or whatever. But yeah, I would just say like, hey, having Superman's powers, all of them would be great. But I'm sticking with invisibility because free concerts, free movies and stuff. So
Oh my god. Okay. Um I see like everyone saying pretty awesome ones and I'm just over here like, well, I wish I could fly. Fly or teleport, like that would be awesome cuz dude, like I live a simple life, but I'm a hard worker. And sometimes I'm so tired that I don't feel like getting on the bus on the way like to go home. So dude, just like teleport me there. Like that would be amazing.
yeah,
But I'm
teleporting.
so like not thinking like very I'm just thinking very small right now and
Yeah.
thinking about avoiding a, you know, a bus ride home. Okay, well, whatever.
No gas money, right? You save money there.
Dude, I don't even have a car. I live in
I
the
hear you.
city, so like bus and train or walk, like those are your options. Well, you can have a car, but like there's come on, there's like
The
no
traffic.
parking here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Traffic parking is a bitch. So honestly, like just teleport me home, please. Oh boy.
Shanzu says he wants to know next week's lottery numbers. Yeah, me too, bro. Uh, Foxy would like super strength. Oh, okay.
Nice, nice, nice. These are awesome. Definitely. I mean, Bax said that he would like to read people. No, he would like to go flying anywhere in the world. That's kind of what I said. And
Yeah.
then Greg said he would like to read minds. So, dude, like that's pretty awesome.
Yeah,
Um,
Remix said telekinesis. Noof made a off-color joke once again.
yeah, that's yeah.
His third one of the show so far. Good job,
Oh
Noob.
Yeah, it's
boy.
awesome.
Yes.
All right. The third question, and this will be our last question. What's the one thing that people always misunderstand about you?
Huh. Well, huh. Just probably me in general.
Yes.
To be honest with you, most people just take the whole crap gamer thing to heart, I think, and maybe think that because I do videos and entertain that that's how I am in real life every day and things like that, which is like so not me. You know what I mean? It's like when you look around at people on YouTube, Angry Joe, that dude's not angry like that all the time. It's a, you know, Boogie, he's not Francis. You know, like that's not him. Angry Video Game Nerd, he's not really like that. Crap Gamer, the smart ass MFer that's like out there fun at everybody. That's not me. You know, I think the most people don't really understand the difference between entertaining and being a certain way, which is unfortunate. I'm not saying I'm not a big Xbox fan in general because I am. But as far as like some of the snide comments
Mm-hmm.
and like the jokes and stuff like that, like people don't really get that. And I think that that is probably the biggest misunderstanding, or that I hate Sony based on the fact that I prefer Microsoft, or that I hate everything that's not Microsoft, which is a lie because I own literally everything. In fact, I probably support Sony and Nintendo more than their fanboys do. You know, like I don't know many PlayStation 4 owners that even have a VR or have a Pro, and I have both. You know, I have a Vita too. You know, so it's like yeah, and I have something like I may only have like 12 physical games, but I think I'm up to about 65 games on PS4 now, so maybe 70, like because I buy a lot of digital stuff on there as well. So, oh, you know what? No, I just buy a bunch because I got the VR. So I might have
Ugh,
15.
VR.
Yeah, I might have 15 or 16. So yeah, like I think that that's the biggest misunderstanding is people believe they they just kind of believe in something that I'm not. You know, and that's a little bit
Mm-hmm.
unfortunate. There's that people that are so gullible and they can't really tell the difference or whatever. So
Right. How about you, Luca?
People think, I mean, it's kind of the same with crap. People think when I make certain jokes that I'm being serious or honest. Like, I'll say something, and people who don't know me very well, they'll be like, oh, are you, like, I don't know how to take that. Are you being serious? Or if I say something nice, like, oh, I think you look really pretty, they'll be like, are you fucking with me? You messing with me? I'm like, no, I don't comment on people's appearances negatively or like try to make jokes about that because I don't think that kind of stuff is funny. But like, people are always like, there are some people, and I feel bad about it sometimes, who like think I'm being serious when I'm just joking. And there are people who have like stopped talking to me because they think I'm a bitch. And I'm like, I was just fucking around.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't mean it, you know?
Why?
Like,
Why?
you know, and I'll talk to some of my friends about it. I'm like, am I really that bad? Am I really a bitch? And they'll be like, relax. Like, we know that you're just messing around. And if they don't get it, then who cares? I'm like, yeah, I guess. So, yeah.
Yeah. I definitely understand where the both of you are coming from. I feel like people judge way too quickly, and they don't take the time to ask. Like, I know how you said people ask, are you being serious? Like, most of the time in my experience, no one asks me. They just assume, that I'm being
Yeah.
serious, and I could be joking around, but like no one expects that, I guess. So they're just like, oh, and just leave. And I don't know, I feel like that's not fair to people. Like, you should ask questions if you're not sure about it. There's nothing wrong with asking, And I mean, people might be afraid to ask because they're not sure of your reaction to that alone. But yeah, I mean, like, I'm not gonna bite you. I think people think that I'm like this angry, like, little person, and they just
Same.
like, just
Twins.
because I'm yelling about other things doesn't mean I'm just gonna yell at you for asking me a question. So ask me all the questions you want. I don't mind.
That's good to know.
Yes, thanks. All right, guys, thank you for being here for our question time. Definitely leave some comments below answering these questions. We would love to hear from you. And thank you, everyone in chat, for answering our questions because that's always fun. And now moving on to our next segment, which will be our first chosen topic, which should be super fun. And I have music for that, so hold on. I love doing that. You know that, right? Um, so our topic for this week, our first topic, and our first topic is always light and easy and not too crazy, but it might get crazy because we have a crap here.
Yeah.
Is dating advice.
Woo!
He's
Yeah.
he's super excited about this, guys.
Let, let me tell you guys, nobody has the dating advice like me. I mean, I've got all. I'm the wise one when it comes to that.
Oh
So
my god.
well versed. What would you like to know?
You are all in good hands. Right.
Yeah.
We in particular wanted to focus on, and I think it's derived from last week. We had a lot of people in chat talking about this where they just wanted some dating advice for men in particular because it seems like men cannot figure out women. Have you experienced this, Luca?
Yeah, absolutely.
What are you gonna say,
Like,
Kavi?
go ahead.
No, I was just. Oh no, go ahead, Luca. Jump right in.
Listen, like it's not that hard to understand a woman. Now, I say that, but there are some times where women do things where even I am like, okay, I don't know what the fuck you want from me. But for the most part, just listen to them, you know, ask them what's up, like why are you upset? And if they give you that, if you can't tell why I'm upset, then whatever. Or I'm not upset, you're upset, then just like leave it alone because you're gonna be in a doghouse for a couple weeks. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I still haven't figured out women. Obviously. So I mean, I'm divorced. I probably could be divorced like 3 times by now, but
Oh my gosh.
yeah, I know, right? Yeah, it's weird because people are constantly in flux and changing and things like that, and I think that's always tough. And so I'm gonna. It's really cliche, but I think like constant, really communication and possibly dating somebody that make sure you got to have like the same interests and stuff like that because I've been into a situation where you just dated somebody and you didn't really have anything in common and that gets old really quick. If you don't like the same, some of the, at least some of the same things, I think that that'll get old really quick as well.
Mhm.
For me personally, uh, I think it always helps to date somebody that's your friend, like, that you can actually get along with,
Right.
because if you don't, then again, that's going to be, if you're not her friend, then she's going to have a friend somewhere, and it could be a guy friend or whatever. And I've never really had that
Hmm.
situation, and where it did well, and just in my opinion, but yeah, I think like it all comes down to like there's the trust aspects and things like that, just being nice to each other. I can honestly say like I've never raised my voice at a woman. I've never hit a woman. I've never done it. You know what I'm saying? Like there's just be respectful, and it'll hopefully work out. You know,
That's
just
actually a really
that's my
important
advice.
point.
Yes.
Being respectful.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
I just want to highlight that a little bit. Just a quick little highlight.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, that's the core of it. Like, and it goes both ways.
Right.
Like for men and women both. Like, if you're a guy, be respectful. If you're a girl, be respectful. It's like a lot of times it's a one-way thing.
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of unfortunate. Or people nowadays, because it's so easy to just get divorced or break up. Nobody wants to work at anything if it's too hard.
Yeah.
Oh, it's too hard. I don't want. And then the whole. The way we have social media and our cell phones, our smartphones, it makes it so easy for people to cheat and to do these types of things, when
Mm-hmm.
your back is turned. And I think I made a point of this on a drunken podcast I did a while ago. I had just broken up with somebody, and I was at this bar, and there were these couples there, and I'm just kind of looking at the couples, and the girls would go up and go to the bathroom, and the guys would be texting these other girls.
Oh
And then
boy.
when the guy would leave, and then the girl would be texting these other guys, and I'm like, this is so today's world, and I don't fit in because that's not me. So I think that's a rough situation. It's tough to kind of be in that world nowadays because everybody's like, oh, I got a side bitch or I got a side dude or whatever. I'm like, side dude, just like be a regular dude or a regular girl. Like, stop with this nonsense. It's
Yes.
crazy. Like, I don't know. So I think yeah, it's a weird time for that kind of stuff. Like, just be yes, be a genuine person. That's the best advice I could give anybody.
Right.
Be
Great
yourself, as
points.
Chris Cornell says. Like,
You
and
have some good
R.I.P.
advice. Look at
Yes,
this.
be yourself.
Very nice. Crap, I have a question to ask. Though.
Yes.
So, I mean, can Windows phones even get text? Like maybe that's why.
Oh my god, I thought you were gonna ask something serious.
Yes, they can.
Oh
They
no.
can, and yeah.
Talk about shots. Pew pew
Wow.
pew. We take shots on this show, guys.
You kicked me in the crotch. Oh,
Pew
thanks,
pew
Luca.
pew.
Ouch. That hurts. Yes.
Oh my
Yeah.
God. Yeah, I
Windows
know.
phones. It's very rudimentary. Now I can't get Twitter messages, but I can get text. So yeah, that's
Oh
good to
my
know
gosh.
for
Okay.
all you
Good to
single
know.
ladies out
I will
there.
not be messaging. Don't message crap on Twitter, guys. He won't see it.
Yes.
Oh. Well, I just want to highlight a few things in chat because I feel like there's some good advice here, which is, let me not say I'm surprised because that would be rude. I know you guys are all very amazing people. Thanks for being here, by the way. But in chat, we have people saying communication is key, which is definitely something I agree with. Let's stay together for the kids is the worst thing. That's a whole nother topic, and I feel like that's something we can we can talk about too. But I just wanted to highlight a few things before we get to that. We
Trust
have
is important. Very,
yes,
very important.
trust. This someone said, marry a gamer girl, and your life will be full of achievements.
That is
Interesting.
that is great.
Yeah, very
Interesting.
awesome.
Someone says that if she wants to sleep with you on the first night, she don't want to marry you. That's also another interesting topic that we can talk about in a few minutes.
Yeah,
And then Noof
Greg
decided to
says
say money. Wait, what? No, Noof said the best advice: don't fart when her head is underneath the sheets. Yes, men.
That's good.
That's
too.
a good tip to remember
guess.
in life.
Greg's like, when communication ends, your relationship's in trouble. Always have open and honest communication. Communication is key. I agree with that a lot because communication is a big thing for me. Like honesty, trust, loyalty, communication. Those are the big things for me. If I feel like I can't talk to you about something that's bothering me, or if I try to talk to you about something that's bothering me and you dismiss me, then I mean, there's really no point, is there? Because I like to talk, but if I feel like I'm being dismissed, especially by my partner, I will close up and.
I feel like we always forget that it's important in order for one person to feel valued in a relationship. We have to listen to them. Because if we forget that as much as we want someone to listen to us, we also have to listen to the other person. Like when people have a discussion, and this might happen in, friendships, relationships that are like romantic, work relationships. This happens all around, all across the board. Like you have to listen to someone if you want them to listen to you. It's not a one-way street. People forget that, especially when you're having a discussion. I know it gets heated, and I know, that with all these distractions in the world nowadays, that we feel like, oh yeah, I hear you, and like you might not be fully paying attention. Give someone your undivided attention. It's the most important thing. Not the most important, but it's one of the most important things in any kind of relationship, a friendship, a working relationship, like any. You have to listen. Even with children, people forget that children are people too.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yeah,
They're the future.
I also think it's important to not post all of your fucking business on social media, because let me tell you, if you're just complaining about your man and then you get back with him the next day, your friends are going to be judging you.
oh yes.
You don't know you're going to be judging you as well. Also, if you're having an argument with someone, okay, just there's no excuse for any nasty thing that you may say to them in the heat of a moment. Because if you can say something like that just because you're angry, it's something that you've been thinking about and dwelling on for a long time, and it's not good. Like if I'm upset about something and if I'm angry at someone, I'll, especially if it's someone I love a lot, I'll tell them, and this goes for my friends as well. I'll tell them, listen, I don't want to talk right now because I'm really angry, but just give me some time to calm down, and then we can have a discussion, because I don't want to say something that I don't actually mean. I think it's really important that you be mindful of what you say, because I'm sorry, like saying I'm sorry doesn't fix everything. It doesn't take away the fact that you said what you said. And something I learned a long time ago is that when someone apologizes to you for hurting you, don't say, oh, it's okay. Say, I accept your apology. Because saying it's okay makes them think that it's okay and that they'll just forgive you for apologizing for all the times that you fucking hurt them. It's not okay. Like, it's not okay.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
You went on a little bit of a rant there. That was nice. Yeah, you make a good point too. It's like, you know what, here's the thing, right? Like people are who they always are, not like who they are at that particular time. When everybody's like, oh, I'll change or I'll do this differently. It's like that's not actually accurate. Like people are always who they are no matter what. You know what I mean? They only do that like, oh, I'll change stuff, and nobody ever does. It's like because and the thing is, when I say change, and I did say you can change earlier, right? Like people change what things they like and little things, but inherently they're not going to treat you differently because they say they are, because they're going to fall back on the old habits anyway. So yeah, kind of be aware of that. That's you know my advice anyway.
Tebow says forgiving is way easier than forgetting. That's
True.
actually really true.
Yeah.
It's easy to say you forgive someone, and
Yes.
Especially if you don't mean it. Like, because
yeah,
I have been, I'm just going to let you guys know, I've been in an abusive relationship, and I would always say, oh yeah, I forgive you, when I didn't. And I was very bitter and angry. And it's just, I don't know, man.
yeah.
I just,
There are lines, that can be crossed, and once you cross those lines, it's almost nearly impossible to go back. And once you, I'm not gonna say let someone, because sometimes those things aren't always in your power, but once someone crosses that line and you say, like, for example, yeah, I forgive you, as how you said earlier, and you don't mean it, they think that it's okay, then that behavior continues even if they say they won't do it anymore. And as we'll be talking about a more serious topic later, but when it gets too far, then that's when it becomes an issue. And I'm sorry to hear that, Luca, that you were in an abusive relationship. I don't want to hear anyone being in one of those, but
yeah, well, I was 17 and they were like 29, so
yeah.
it was a fucked up situation all around. Noof makes a lot of good points in the chat. I can't stand people who play fucking mind games either, because I say I say what I want and I mean what I say, and I don't like playing around like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what, like a lot of people nowadays do that thing. Oh well, I'm not gonna text them unless they text me first, or I'm not gonna, what I mean? Those are always like stupid, childish nonsense. Like if you're a grown up, and be a grown up, just
Yeah, I feel like that's the thing nowadays, right? Well, people will ask me, do you have advice for me, because this person is this person's texting me and I don't know if I should text back, or maybe I should wait this long, or maybe I should, like, what happens to just being real and just like being you? Do you like this
I
person?
know, like
Just
totally, like
text
you gotta
them.
be real. Come on, let's. You gotta get in there and text them back and stuff. It's like
Like
I
what?
like I know people like that. They're like I have some friends. They'll be like, "Oh, hey man, this girl texted me or whatever, and like, should I text her back?" And I'm like, "Do you like her?" Well, yeah, but I don't want her to think that I like her. I'm like, Dude,
Yeah, I don't want
come
her to
on,
think I'm
like,
thirsty. Like, dude, who
yeah,
gives a fuck? Like, if she likes you, she's not gonna think you're thirsty. Duh.
yeah. Yeah, you
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like just that like that stuff is annoying. That's why it's like really a weird situation with just how it is nowadays, the whole dating scene. It's like completely like when I was growing up, there was no like social media online stuff. It was like, you had to actually put effort in. And now it's like so easy for people that they don't want to put the effort in, and that's unfortunate.
Right, right. It takes work. It does. And I feel like you have to be willing to put in that work. And if you're not willing to put in that work, then what's the point? Like, move on, Don't waste anyone's time.
Exactly. And another thing, if you're not happy in a relationship or you want to get out or any of that stuff, don't fucking cheat on the person. I have never cheated on anyone in my life. If I wasn't happy in my relationship or I wanted to be with someone else, I broke up with them. I'm like, yeah, I'll just break up with you. Because being cheated on, it sucks. It hurts. I've been cheated on before. I'd rather the person have broken up with me and then just hooked up with someone else afterwards. I mean, that would have sucked still. But like finding out that someone's cheating on you is the worst.
Yeah. Oh, see, we
Don't be
thought it would start.
douchebags.
We thought it would start super chill, and we got a little serious in here. But it's great. We're getting some great topics too into the conversation. What were you saying, Crappy?
I'm saying just don't be douchebags in general in life. Just don't be good to each other. That's not hard advice to follow. Like don't be an asshole to people, like just like you would think that that's asking
Yeah.
like the toughest thing, but like just be kind to each other. It's like doesn't take any work.
Right. Right. I agree. I really do agree. I feel like we're all trying to figure out, like, or most people are like, oh, I can't figure out men, I can't figure out women. What's important to realize is that not all women and not all men are the same. While we may have lots of things in common and there are definitely stereotypes that are out there, you have to remember that not everyone is the same. You can't put everyone in a box and expect the same, rules to apply. You're gonna meet some people that are, dicks, whether they're male, female, not non-conforming, whatever. It's just that's just how it is. And just because you have a situation with one particular person does not mean that you should take all that baggage to the next person.
Exactly.
And I feel like people do that a lot, where in my last relationship, this happened. So that means in this relationship, it's going to be the same. That's not necessarily true. If you expect someone to do something, then it is more likely that they will do it. That's something that I've learned over the years.
So you're saying don't blame people currently for past mistakes.
Yeah, man, you never heard that song by Usher?
Uh,
That he's
maybe.
like, no. Well, there's lots of music about it where they're just like, don't blame me for his mistakes,
Yeah, I'm gonna take your word for that. But I agree. I 100% agree with that.
um, it's easy to do it though, right? Because if you've been hurt before, then, and especially if the wounds are still fresh, it's easy to expect or to prepare yourself. Maybe you might think that you're preparing yourself for the relationship to go downhill, or for someone to cheat on you, or for someone to treat you like shit. And when you do that, you know, you are setting that relationship up for failure, and you don't give it a chance. And that's a shame because you don't know where it could have gone, you know? And
Yeah.
that's the hardest part, is letting down your guard.
Yep. I
Yep.
can definitely agree with that. Like it's really hard for me to trust people. Like
Mm-hmm.
I can be really open and honest, but it's mostly because I'm detached from a lot of the stuff that happened to me at this point. So I can talk about it, no issue. But it's really hard for me to like if I say I love you, I mean it, whether you're my friend or anything else. And if I love you, it means I love you a lot, and I will be good to you, even if you're just my friend. And but it's hard for me to get to that point with people because I have a hard time trusting people.
Yeah. It's,
You know what? I agree. You're like, same thing. Like the whole, oh, you guys seen Pirates of the Caribbean? How Johnny Depp, how he's like real like standoffish from people. That's kind of how I am in real life. So,
mm-hmm.
like, oh, well, I'm from the show me state. Like show me, you being a good person or whatever, and we'll see how it goes. You know.
I agree. I agree with all of this. I think we had a great conversation about dating. Dating,
Good.
dude, don't get me wrong. Like, no one here can say that they, you know, are professional, like, are professionals at relationships. You know, like, no one can say that. Um, Dating's hard. Don't get us wrong. But there's just some things that if you remember, it might help, you know?
Yeah.
And I think that we covered a good amount of those things. What do you think? Anyone else have anything else to say about dating?
Yeah, don't be a dick.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, number one, don't be a dick. Male, female, non-gender conforming people, anyone. Folks, just don't be a dick, cuz a dick can be anyone.
Yeah.
You know, like give her the D, don't be a D. As
Gotcha.
what?
No chill,
No, no
Luca.
joke. I'm just
Oh my god. All right, I think we can move on now. And the next segment is going to be fun. All right, next segment is Girl, Let Me Tell You, where we get down and talk about some stupid ass shit that happened. Luca rant.
what? I don't even know what that is.
All right, and you know I got music, right? Here we go.
Yes.
Oh, who wants to go first?
Luca can go first. She usually likes ranting.
First of all, one of you can go first. I've never ranted a day in my life. I don't even know what that is.
Oh, bullshit. All right. Allergic to something.
Let's I will go first. I haven't gone first, so I will do that.
Okay.
Girl, let me tell you. I'm talking to you, Crappy, because you're a girl now too.
Let me tell you.
Let me tell you. So you guys know I stream, right? I'm always talking
Yeah.
about my streams. Yeah, it's fine. You love it. I was streaming one night and we're having fun. You know, we're chill. We're cool. It's fine. And someone comes into my chat and someone says to me, hey, can you turn off the people in the background? Because they're very annoying. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And it turns out he's talking about my party chat. You know, Xbox, you're talking to people in party chat. I have it set up so that on my stream you can hear them. Because at one point, I didn't have them on. And it sounded like I was like a crazy person talking to myself. So I was like, yeah, I'm just going to leave this on. Apparently, the guy, he was just like, oh, they're annoying. Their voices are annoying me. And I was like, well, I don't want to look crazy like I'm talking to myself, so I'm going to leave them on. And he was like, well, these guys don't do that. And of course, he had to mention like bigger streamers who have bigger numbers. And then I was like, well, I mean, this is my stream, so I'm not going to turn them off. And then he was like, oh, you should you should be more humble with your 9 viewers. Yeah,
Okay.
he was like, goodbye, rudest person on Twitch. And I was like, excuse me?
You were like, no, you don't, right?
I was like, excuse me? The rudest person on Twitch? Are you? Bye. I was like, goodbye. See you. Nice. Like, who the fuck are you, dude? Like, who? The rudest person on Twitch. Oh my God. You have no idea. You want me to be rude? I will show you rude. I was like, bitch, bye. Thanks for stopping by. And he just like laughed. He didn't say anything. And then everybody was like, what is this guy talking about? Like all my people were like, who is this dude? And I was like, I don't know. Who the fuck do you think you are coming to my channel telling me what to do on my stream? Are you serious? Like, here you go. Take your cookie. You got your attention. Now go. Bye. Thanks. Dude, that was like, I can't. Like, you don't go to someone's stream and you don't tell them how to do what they're doing.
You don't
know?
go into somebody's kitchen and tell them how to cook.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? That's exactly what you. And I agree 100%.
What the fuck? Thank you for pointing out I have 9 viewers. Yeah, all better than your ass. Thank you,
Yeah.
fucker.
So
So that
like
was mine.
it baffles me that people think that their opinions matter. You know,
Yes.
like, at all times. It like really baffles me that they think that you care. And they'll come at you and they'll say something and then you'll just be like, okay, I don't care. And then they'll be like, well, this and this and this and this, and you should do this and this. Nigga, I don't care. Who are you? Who are you? Don't talk to me.
Exactly.
Like it baffles me that in this day and age, people still think they can talk to me any way they fucking want to.
Girl,
and I'm sure you feel the same way.
tell me. What is your girl? Let me tell you. Let's get into yours.
Okay, so listen, I was gonna say this for later, but I'm gonna do this shit right now. So I just came from MNC Morning. I was just chilling in the chat with my, supporting my boy Crapgamer, supporting my boy.
That's what's up.
And there's like a lot of hate in the chat, and as per usual. But I do my voicemail because I always call in because people want me to call in. And some Negroes in the chat were just like, "Oh, this is so long-winded. Oh, she talks too much." Blah 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 blah. And I was like, I was feeling some sort of way. So I was like, but who are you though? Like, how are you gonna say that I talk too much? What do you even call in? Like, who are you? And then the dude's like, oh yeah, I did call in. I'm like, well, first of all, nigga, I don't recognize your name. So obviously your call was unimportant and no one remembers you. So like people like it when I call in. People know who I am, but who are you? And then he's like, oh, you're being so mean, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, nigga, what? Like, what do you mean I'm being mean? He's like, well, people remember, like, a boring teacher, and, like, well, you know what? I'm still more interesting than you. And he's like, okay, well, I'm going to leave because, like, because you're in here being mean and stuff, like, And then he says something, okay, first of all, I don't know what he said because I didn't understand it because, he first of all, he misspelled everything and then he used the wrong form of your. First of all, if you're gonna come at my throat, at least know how to use proper grammar, bitch. Also know how to spell, bitch. It like blows my mind that people think that they can come at me when you don't even know how to fucking spell. Like how, like you are just setting yourself up to be roasted. And it's like how are you gonna dish it but you can't take it? Like, what is that? Why are you running away? And he pointed out the fact that I was a moderator. I didn't delete any of his shit. I didn't block him. I didn't mute him or anything. I just went back at him. And then he ran away like a little bitch because that's all these people are on the fucking internet are little bitches. They come at you fucking keyboard gangsters thinking they can say whatever the fuck they want to you. And then when you snap back, they're like, okay, well, I was just saying.
Why are you so mean?
Like, why are you you don't gotta be like that, man. Like, fucking crying little bitches. And I'm like, get the fuck away from me right now. Like, get away from me. And you know what? Those people, they don't come back. They don't fucking come back. I don't block anyone. I just snap back and then they fucking leave because they're bitches and they're scared and they're cowardly and they can't take it. They always start fucking crying when you start going back at them. So what?
Exactly.
You think you can come at me? Come at me and say shit to me?
You want
and
no
I won't
shit?
do
Don't
anything?
start no shit.
Who are you? Do you not know who I am at this point in this fucking community? People know me in this fucking community as the girl who fucking rants and goes after people. That is the reputation I've garnered for myself. Don't fucking talk to me. Okay, anyway, but
Boom. There you go.
We should have saved that one for last. Yeah. I mean, how do you top that, really? You know what? But girls, let me tell you something. All right, I'll tell you exactly what bothers me, and that is when people message me on Twitter and they're like, "You're a corporate slave. You're a corporate slave to
Mm.
Microsoft. You suck Phil Spencer's dick." And then you look at
Mm-mm.
their profile and they've got nothing but PlayStation stuff or PC stuff. You know what I mean? And it's
Mm-hmm.
like, okay, I'm a corporate slave, right? But you guys are doing the same thing just for a different corporation, and I'm the corporate slave. You know what I mean? It's like they don't realize that they're just as bad, if not worse than me, because they're going out of their way to message me, and I would never go out of my way to message any of them assholes. You know what I mean? It's like you will never see Crap Gamer or the real Crap Gamer on a PC YouTuber's channel, following a PC dude on Twitter, following a PS4 dude on Twitter, following a PS4 dude, or commenting on any of their stuff on YouTube. I don't do that. I comment on people's channels that I like my friends' channels and stuff like that, or the official Xbox channel. If you see comments from someone that's Crap Gamer, otherwhere, you click on the name and it's not going to take you back to my channel. I can guarantee it. And I block people. Like, I don't engage with idiots.
Hmm.
So, you know what I mean? I'm not one of those people that'll just like, I don't even bother. Like, you're not even going to get a reply from me. It's just going to be a block.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the point that I would make. Like, that really bothers me when people are like, you're such a corporate slave. And then you look at their thing and it's all, for a different corporation. It's like, okay, I am, but so are you. You know what I mean? Like, I
Right.
prefer Microsoft. I'm upfront about it, but at least I can admit it. You guys are the ones that can't admit it. So yeah, like I would say that those people are really in need of being woke. So yeah, not nearly as good as Lucas. Sorry guys.
It's all good.
It's like it's projection at its finest. Like these people, they're jealous of you, crap. They're fucking jealous. So they come at you and they act like they're better than you, and they're like, oh, ho, 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 like you're a fucking loser. Like like your stuff isn't even good, nigga. You watch all of my content, okay? Like you watch all of my shit. What do you mean it's not good? Like if it wasn't good, then why are you here sucking my video's dick? Can you explain? Can you explain why people? You know what baffles me? People who base their content around hating on someone else are pathetic. They're pathetic and they're not imaginative enough to create their own stuff. And they're losers. And they fucking know that they're losers. So they just spend their time hating on others and going after others because they'll never be as good as you. And it's
Yeah,
just, it's sad.
well, let me say this real quick, Luca. To your point, um, like my channel is dedicated strictly to gaming, right? Like if I had to waste time on talking about people, then that would be less time for like the gaming and the fun aspect. Like to me, it's not fun to talk about people. You know what I mean? It's like, especially on my channel. Now, this is a little bit different podcast, so people get to hear a little bit different side of me, which is cool. You know what I mean? But it's
Mm-hmm.
specific, this isn't a podcast strictly for gaming. So I knew that coming in. So we were going to talk about different things, and that's fine. But I will never understand the people that have quote unquote gaming channels and they choose to focus on people. Like, are
Right.
you the YouTube police? Are you the you know what I mean? It's like, are
Mm-hmm.
you the like as far as as long as I live in America, I think there's a freedom of speech and entertainment. Like I'm a YouTube entertainer. I should be allowed, as long as I'm not hurting anybody or attacking anybody or harassing anybody, be allowed to pretty much say my own opinion and not have to worry about nonsense. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm
That's
gonna keep doing my thing. Don't try to. And this goes back to the thing I said earlier. Don't come to my kitchen and tell me how to cook my meal. I'm cooking. I'm the chef of my channel, right? That's the
yeah,
bottom line. You can't come in there and tell me how to cook my stuff. I cook it my damn self. And if you don't like it, don't watch because it's
exactly.
optional. It's
Exactly.
completely optional. You
That
know?
this is a good segue for our next topic because our next topic is, as you guys know, it's a little heavier, and we'll definitely be talking a lot about more about this particular topic. So let me get the music up.
Music.
And moving on so that we can open this a little bit more, because this is where we talk about why this is named taking it too far, where people hate on you, right? At what point does it turn into something more serious, which is online harassment? which you mentioned a little bit of Crappy, where people are messaging you saying
Yeah,
things.
yeah, like on Twitter and stuff, right? Like I I think when people go out of their way to threaten people or harass you or whatever, like there's like I get the whole anonymity of the internet and stuff like that, but it's like at the end of the day you're a human being. You know what I mean? Like just like get over the nonsense. Like if you care that much about somebody else's opinion on video games, then you might have some kind of mental problem. Like as far as I'm concerned, like I said, you won't catch me messaging people or threatening people, even though I'm widely considered quote unquote toxic.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Like you won't see, and maybe I've said some things that aren't considered politically correct, or you know what I mean. Some people can't take joke, or they've taken it out of context. They'll take something that you put on Twitter, which is a certain amount of you only have a certain amount of letters that you can use on Twitter. So you can't always say exactly what you want. And a lot of times people will save that and use it for their own nefarious kind of whatever. If they don't like you, they're always going to come up with a reason not to like you. Like, so basically, people are like, a lot of people are stupid and they'll believe something because they want it to be true or because they're afraid it might be true. Okay. And this is what happens with people that don't like me because I'm pro Xbox. So the minute they don't like me, as soon as someone goes, Crapgamer said this,
Hmm.
right? Then they're going to jump on that hate train, regardless of whether it's true or not. Right. And then you have some people who are like, well, I don't know, maybe he did say it. And there, so that's basically kind of what happens. Um, I just think that as far as like the harassment and stuff like that, it's like people need to kind of take a step back. And one thing that helped me a lot with this whole thing is these are internet strangers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like at the end of the day, to be honest, I feel bad for people that lets these types of people affect them, because and I've said this a million times, these people don't know you.
Mm-hmm.
They you know what I mean? Like this is what, like take a piece of paper, go up to the Empire State Building, write "You suck, I hate you" on a piece of paper, fold that paper, turn it into a paper airplane, throw it off the Empire State Building. That's going to land and somebody's going to pick it up and read it and it's going to say, "I hate you, you suck." You don't know that person. That person, like you like that's what the internet is to me when people come at you, right? It's like nobody knows you. Um, or the persona that they know is wrong. Like they don't know you personally, so I don't take it anything that anybody says seriously. But there is definitely like that point of too far when people are, like go die and like death threats and stuff like that. I
Mm-hmm.
think that stuff is too far. I don't care who you are. Like that's just I think that's completely wrong.
Mm-hmm. I feel like as a gamer, as a female gamer, um, or a person that identifies as female, and that plays games online with other people, it's especially hard. Not saying that it's not hard for males too, or people that identify as male. Um,
Well,
that
female
comes with
gamers
its
get rape
own.
threats. So
Right. We often deal with things that are, while yes, they're definitely strangers, and yes, there's a block tool that gets used. It's still scary when someone thinks that they can tell you things, and they think it's funny, where they say things like, "Oh yeah, we're going to rape you." I don't understand why that is like okay in the gaming community to say in the first place. I know that people say it as if they're getting their ass kicked and things like that, but personally I feel like no, that's taking shit way too far. Like you don't say that casually.
yeah, I don't like it when I hear that kind of stuff either, which is why there are certain gaming channels that I don't listen to. And
Mhm.
there are certain gaming channels that really appeal to me, like the Rad Brad, because he never said stuff like that. At least he didn't in his later stuff. He would just say stuff like, "Oh, I got wrecked" or stuff like that. I like, "Oh yeah, I got like, oh, I totally raped that guy," or "Oh, I got raped," like, and this and this and this. I'm like, this is like that's like you guys know what this word means. I don't know how you can use it so casually.
I agree. I wanted to bring up, we have, and I will be adding this link down below after the video is over, but we do have um, a news story where it was reported by Mike Network, and someone was playing a female, or someone that identifies as a female was playing Overwatch online, and she was verbally harassed for 16 minutes, like during a match. First of all, if you're playing a fucking match online, like focus on winning the game. I don't understand why people think it's funny to like make jokes. People, there were a couple guys that were just harassing her, saying things like, we're gonna rape you. Oh, you're ugly. Oh, you're not doing your job right. All because she was a woman, Um, it infuriates me because I feel like there's no, number one, you think it's funny, which it's not. What the fuck is wrong with you? Number two, if you if you're playing online, like there's an objective, there's something to do. Don't waste your time, especially because you wouldn't do this to a dude. Like, don't waste your time saying shit to people just because you think it's funny. Like, what the fuck? Like, oh, do you not have a life? Trolling is I don't understand it. Like, I don't know. You're playing a fucking video game. Like, it should be your time, and like, it should be occupied already. Like, you have to add another thing to do. Like, honestly. And then I feel like with these things there should be heavier consequences, because someone, especially because she recorded all this and she posted it online, and so you can see their names, their gamer tags or whatever, and they can be reported. So I feel like someone who does something like this should just have their account shut down.
Yeah.
The things that this man was saying to this woman, I don't understand. I feel like there's no need for it.
People go for the most shocking thing with online play a lot. You know what I mean? Like I've seen that happen a lot. Like I've gamed with people of all different. I've gamed with women, people of different nationalities, and things like that. And they'll always go for the worst thing. You know what I mean? Like,
Mm-hmm.
like with me, it's always "you're fat, Crapgamer," or "wow, Crapgamer, that sure suits you."
Wait,
That name,
wait. You're like,
you
crap
know,
gamer. Your name.
Crapgamer,
You
your
sure are
name.
crap.
Yeah, you are.
Oh
Like,
my
oh no, somebody,
god.
I've gotten that like 3 times in the past 24 hours, right? Like, no lie. So like that's the genius things they come up with, because I mean, what else are you gonna do? But
You sure are
unfortunately,
your name. You sure are your
yeah,
name, crap gamer.
it's like this running joke now. Like it's like it's kind of funny, but yeah, it's like people go for the most shocking, stupid thing. Like I'm sure, like you guys probably get that whole, well, go back to the kitchen and sandwiches and stuff like that. Um,
Right.
which and I mean, I'm sure it gets much much worse because I've seen stuff like that. Thankfully there's like the party chat system now, you know what I mean, so it's not as bad as it was, but that's unfortunate with the harassment and stuff like that, and hopefully Microsoft takes some action. Was that on Xbox Live?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, well, I know for a fact because I'm a ambassador on there, so they always check into that stuff, and will take the appropriate action. But nobody should have to suffer that kind of stuff online. I mean, there is certain kind of jokes. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I've gamed with like Foxy and She Wolf and stuff. And when we're playing friendly games, I'll make a joke about making a sandwich or something. But it's a joke between friends. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not doing that to
Wait, crap. You're
random.
like, you're like, Fox. You make me a sandwich with mayo on it, like extra mayo on the
Yeah,
side.
Oh
exactly,
my god.
exactly. I think I've said something to her about making me a sandwich before, but it's just because we're friends. Like I wouldn't, like I have my best friend is online is my boy Grave, right? And he's Mexican, and we're good
Mm-hmm.
friends. So when we're gaming together, like I'll joke with him and he'll joke with me in a way that we wouldn't joke with others. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
If you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying. It's
Yeah.
hard to say
Yeah.
without coming right out and saying it, but it's like if you don't know me like that, then don't joke like that. You know what I mean? Like that's just the best way that I can put it. Just be good to each other. Like again, it doesn't cost anything to be nice to each other. Just it's unfortunate this kind of stuff happens, and I know it's worse for women than it is men. Even though And you know why? Like a lot of women won't even talk anymore in a public forum
Oh yeah, I
on
mute
the
my
game
mic all the
because they're
time,
afraid of, yeah, because they're afraid
except
of
for
what
that
will
one time
happen.
that I was singing by accident.
Yeah. you know so yeah, that's unfortunate because we know per Xbox Live that something like 45% of the people on Xbox Live are female. So
Mhm.
it's not like this, oh, my star is a woman, I don't believe it. Like, they're everywhere on Xbox Live. It's
Mhm.
like, and some of the way these people talk, they're either incredibly young that are talking to the women, or they have no experience with women, because women don't want to be talked to like that. Like, just you're not going to make any friends or pick up women when you have that, because if you have that lack of respect for them online, you're going to have that lack of respect for people in your real life as well. So that's really unfortunate. You might want to rethink how you handle women and how you talk to them.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that I agree with that. I remember a while back, me and She Wolf and Fox and a couple of us got like messages on Xbox Live from someone, and there was a point where I was getting a lot of like people were were harassing me a lot, and I'm laughing because I would just snap back at them. Me and my boy Sirius would just go back and forth, and they'd say stuff to me, like terrible stuff to me. But the thing is, that kind of stuff doesn't affect me because I don't really. I mean, I don't feel anything about it. I don't really care. I'll just like say something back, and you know, if you say stuff back to them, they usually they'll get to a point where like, can you guys like untag me? Like, can you leave me alone now, please? Like, I don't. That happened to me, but that shit was so funny. I was like, how you gonna come at me and then ask me to untag you after I snap back? Like, I don't understand that. And the thing is, these 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 guys who do this, it's like they're weak and they're pathetic and they're cowardly, and they don't expect you to snap back, and when you do, they're taken aback, and they're like, oh,
Mhm.
okay, I'll just I'll just like, can you not like, can you not say this kind of stuff to me? Like, fuck, shut the fuck up, okay? Like, shut the fuck up. You brought this on yourself. Don't come into my house speaking to me like this and not expect me to smack the shit out of you verbally. Like, it sucks. Like, it sucks because I've seen this happen to so many female gamers, and like Princess Christina was saying that like she got uh people were bothering her a lot, and she had to delete her Twitter because of that shit. And it's just like it's like get a fucking life, just get
Mhm.
a life. Like, stop bothering people. It costs 0 cents to be a decent person. I like being really nice to people, especially out in public, in the moments where I'm not ignoring everyone. I like being nice to people because they don't expect it. And if you're nice to someone, they're more likely to be nice to you back. And I think the same goes for online as well. Just be fucking nice to people.
Right.
Like, what's so hard about that? I really don't get the pleasure in terrorizing someone and saying terrible things to someone. And also this, how stupid do you have to be to say that kind of shit? Like, people are gonna find out who you are. They're gonna find out who you are, and someone's gonna dox you, and all your shit's gonna be public, and then it's gonna be hard for you to get a job. Like, you're gonna ruin your fucking life.
I
You're gonna
think it's
ruin your life
also
with that stuff.
important for people to realize that, okay, so this person, right, she was playing on a team. So there were two people who were, talking shit. And then there was another person on there who basically wasn't saying anything. And I feel like that's important too. Like, if you hear this shit, if you see this shit going on, I feel like, fine, you might not want to get involved, or I don't know, you maybe don't want to start anything. I don't know, but I feel like if you have the balls, or like, speak up, like, say something, because honestly, when shit like this gets said, yeah, we basically raped her, ha ha ha, or you're a woman, do you even have a right to give your opinion? This isn't sexual harassment, this is gender equality. I like Americans because they're good at raping people. Like, what the fuck, like, shit like this should not be okay. um
Mm.
and I feel like you have a voice, like, I feel like if I saw that shit, I would say something, because
Yeah,
some
I would
people
too.
aren't as strong to handle it, or they're, I mean, she's being ganged up on, like, that alone is like, come on, you know she tried to ignore it, it didn't really work. She tried to say something that also didn't work. The guy that was on her team was like, oh, don't you guys want to win, or are you just being stupid? And like, it's not really, he didn't really he tried, I guess, to get them to like,
Nah, he should have been like, shut the fuck up.
yeah, he
Don't
he
talk
like
to her like that.
didn't exactly come at it headstrong, like, I don't know. I get really frustrated with things like this because I feel like it's happened to me. And now at this point, like, if I'm playing alone, I'll start a party for myself and I'm just there by myself, whatever, I'm fine. I definitely try not to. I had to change my gamer tag because before my gamer tag was like something that was more obvious that I was a woman, and I would get so much shit for it. It was really bad. And I feel like the fact that I had to do that is stupid. I shouldn't have to do that, I feel like we can make a difference, guys. Like, let's do
Just
this.
speak up. If you're in a party chat and someone says something fucked up, say something to counter it. Speak up. I know you don't want to be involved in any drama and you don't want to start something, but if someone's saying some fucked up shit, I can assure you that if you're uncomfortable, other people are uncomfortable too. Be the one who speaks up, be the one who says that's fucked up, and I can assure you if one person says something, other people will come out and say something as well. And
Right.
It's not only that, it's also it's like people when it comes to that kind of stuff, they're thinking, oh well, I'm not going to say something, but I'm sure someone else will. If you have to think that, just say something, say something to counter it. If I'm in a party chat and one of my friends says something fucked up, you can be assured that I will call them out. I don't have any issues doing that. I don't have any issues doing it with my friends, and I certainly don't have any issues doing it with strangers. It's important to speak up because when you're quiet, people think that behavior is okay, even if you don't agree with it.
Right. So, I think that's all we have.
Blue, I love your voice. I'm just saying.
Oh yeah, I seen Fox say in there that people made fun of her for her accent. I'm like, she's got a really sexy accent. I don't know what the hell people are talking about. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Okay. I mean, I can agree. She does have a really sexy accent. As soon as I heard it, I was like, oh my god. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks, guys. So if anyone else wants to comment, definitely leave your comments below. We want to hear from you. If you had the same situation happen to you, let us know. How did you handle it? What happened? Did anything come of it positive? Anything positive come of it? And what advice would you give to anyone that is going through something like this? Things like that are helpful for the future. What advice would you give to someone if you were in the situation that you were a spectator and you decided to say something? Let us know. Comments are helpful, guys. All right. Does anyone else have anything else to say about this topic?
Man, this was a draining topic.
Yes. We shall move on. Yeah, so second topic is usually a little bit more, deeper, serious. And but moving on, we have Fuck That Shit, where we can talk about things that annoy us. Here's the music. Who wants to go first?
I've exhausted myself.
I will go first. It's all good. Okay, guys. You know how earlier we were talking about how we were in Mooch and Crab's chat? Yeah, so that chat was very interesting because not only did Luca get some shit, but I did too. And I think it's very funny how, two women that were in there and like chatting more were the ones that got shit for, chatting. What the fuck? So I'm here talking to someone. We're having a nice conversation. We're talking about Spanish food. And I'm like, oh, I live in New York City. And the other guy's like, oh, I love Dominican food. And I'm like, oh, I make Dominican food because I'm Puerto Rican and Dominican. And some douchebag decided to be like, who cares? And I'm like, am I talking to you, sir? Like, who the fuck are you? And he's like, well, I'm this person. Who are you? And I'm like, oh my God, we have a little joker in the house. Wow, you're so funny. Okay. So I was just like, dude, like, shut the fuck up. Like, sit down. Like, you're no one. Stop. And I'm like, things like this are so, like, fuck that shit. Like, I'm not going to sit here and argue with you about the fact that I'm talking to someone about the fact that I'm Puerto Rican and Dominican and that I make Dominican food. Like, dude, you're just mad because no one's talking to you. I see what's happening here. And I'm like, I'm not going to talk to you about it, dude. I'm just going to let you be. And I ignored him and I like kept having my conversation and he like didn't say anything for the longest time. I was like, oh, I guess that worked. But dude, seriously, like fuck that. Like don't tell me, don't try and like play me when I'm having a nice conversation about Dominican food. Ugh. So yeah, that's my fuck that shit for this segment.
Yeah, and I just Fox just said crap. His chat's getting a bad reputation, but it's just because Blue and I are opinionated, and we won't, we're not going to sit back and, take that kind of shit.
No.
And I find it very interesting that other than like a couple people like Noof and Blades, I think they said something. But when I had my long-winded voicemail, a ton of people were like, "Oh, she talks too much. Why is it so long?" Blah, blah, blah. But then that one dude, who I can't even remember what he was talking about, his voicemail was probably as long as mine, if not longer. Crap, you remember? Because you were like, I don't even know what he said.
Yeah,
no one said anything. No one said anything in the chat about him being long-winded. And I was like, oh, I find it fucking interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I find this very, very interesting that no one's saying anything about this dude.
Yeah.
But everyone was saying stuff about me. Interesting. Very interesting. And then some people keep calling me like a 12-year-old boy, and I'm a woman, but be right back.
We have to remember that just because, you hear a woman being opinionated or, doing something, goddamn, like she's the only woman that called today and left a voicemail. Like, big ups to her. Like, what the fuck? Why do you feel so, like, small, It's okay. You're fine. Like,
yeah, yeah, it's a weird thing. I think that just because like Luca is kind of part of the show, she's like one of our mainstays. She always calls in and things like that. So I think there could be a little bit of that with that where people are a little bit jealous of that because there's people that get bumped up. I'm always like how it works is the voicemails, and then I'll be like I'll be typing the J like Luca have a call. Well, boot hers up next. You know what I mean?
mm-hmm.
Like today, all days I knew that was one where he was making fun of K Megan. It was funny as hell. So like Jay was like, okay, we got this one on deck. I was like, can you boot up all days because he's in the chat and I think it'd be funny.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So as far as like the chats and stuff like that, that is unfortunate for me personally. I think I have a ton of mods. Usually, they do a really good job, including Luca. Like she'll ban people before I can even see what they said. So. Like that kind of stuff is a bit unfortunate, but one of the things that really kind of has annoyed me is the whole thing where, and it's not even like so much a bad thing, but I complained about this the other day, is like, all right, I know you're gonna hate this, I bought a PlayStation VR. Okay, I'm mostly an Xbox dude.
Send that shit to Haiti.
I know, but just listen, right? Like people flip out, like Crap's gone pony, or you know what I mean, he's a PlayStation guy now, and it's just like I just kind of shake my head considering I buy everything, you know what I mean, like I always do, and I like the VR thing, and I'll buy it when it's on Xbox, but the way that people just kind of flip out, you know what I mean, like I've committed some kind of atrocity, like seriously they freak out. Like you know what I mean, I got hate messages for reviewing the things positively. So yeah, like guys, I'm not gonna lie that I think I like it. You know what I mean? It's just like we're okay to have difference of opinions, and you don't have to like it just because I do. And I'm not gonna switch over to a pro Sony channel, but I'm telling you, I enjoy the thing, and people need to get over that bullshit to where just because I prefer Xbox, I can't like anything else. So, yeah, that would be my fuck that shit. Like, I can like whatever I want, and
I like hearing you say
it's my
it.
right. Yes, well, I'm trying to be around the ladies, you know what I mean. It's
He's
just,
saying the segment names. I love it.
That's really yeah. Sorry about that, guys. You heard my Wonder Woman theme.
Wonder Woman. Yeah.
My mom was asking me something. She forgot something. Anyway, yeah. My bad.
Yeah, so I definitely feel like we it's cool though, because you're giving us like some like fuel for the show. So thank you haters, for giving us something to talk about today on Fuck That Shit.
Yes.
And even if you give us something to talk about, we'll never say your names. So
No, you don't deserve that. Stop it. We will say the names of the people in chat because you guys are fabulous. And I agree, Tivo, that some men are afraid of strong women. Yes, I do agree with that. I feel like I often run into that where people just, I guess it's, I don't know, maybe I come off strong. I don't know, maybe, I don't know what it is, but like, it's okay. It's fine. I can pat you on the head and tell you, no problem. Good job. Whenever you need, I will do that for you.
You do come across as strong. It's fucking awesome. I love it.
Yeah. That's intimidating.
Oh my God, a strong woman. Oh no. Dude, come on. It's fine. We won't squish you unless you ask for it.
Yeah, in most of my relationships, I was the more dominant one, which was interesting. But there are people who like that stuff, so.
That's true. There are people who like that. You'll say what?
No, I'll not say nothing.
What?
I'm just saying, I've heard that there are people
you've heard. Okay.
I've heard, yeah. I'm not saying that me personally. I'm just saying I've heard.
Okay.
Okay.
Crappy said he heard. His friend. He has a friend that likes that stuff.
Yeah, I had just heard that. I'm not saying that I know personally. I'm just saying I had heard that. That's what I had heard.
Okay, moving on.
Next topic.
Next topic. Okay, next topic. We have added a new topic for you guys. So, it's called, But Why Though? Here's the music. Here, we talk about the silly things we might have seen during the week, maybe during the month. I don't know. Who wants to start off? I can start if you guys want.
Yes, please start.
Okay, let's get this up. But why though? Guys, all right. I know it's getting warm. The other day it was 90 degrees. No problem. You know, we're going to take off our clothes. We're going to, you know, it's getting hot in here. Let's wear some tight shorts and that's all good. Fine. But look, can someone answer me this? Why, if it's 90 degrees outside, do you feel like you don't need to put any deodorant on? Or like maybe some kind of like, I don't know, baby powder or like something, because I can smell that shit from like 50 feet away and honestly, like my nose. So, but why though? Why are you like this?
Why are you like this?
Someone please help me. I mean, I have to take I don't know. Some of you are lucky you have cars, but like I have to take a bus or a train. And that means that people have to hang on to the poles that are above their heads, which means, you know, I'm 5 feet tall. So my face is going to be in someone's armpit the entire ride. Okay, guys? So like,
Good point.
That's kind of, city issues here. So that's my but why though?
I can understand that. Okay, I got one. You know, I was at Walmart the other day and I see women running around in like pajama pants. Like that bothers me. I don't know. Oh, you know what also really bothers me as a dude? Seeing dudes wearing rompers. That's the most.
I was waiting for it.
That's like the most awful thing ever. Send that shit to Hades because I cannot like the way those things are. Like I've known women that wear them. You have to take those things off to go to the bathroom. Like guys would have to take those things completely off to go to the bathroom. And
that's true.
Yes. Like I don't, you know what I mean? Like if you just gotta piss or whatever, that's a weird thing. You know, I don't want to see all that. That's just no. Why though? Right? Why? Don't do it.
Just why?
Yes.
I don't like when guys wear super tight pants, but like to the point where you can see all of their stuff. I'm like, why would you think this was a good idea? Like, I don't want to see the outline of your limp dick, okay? Like, I don't want to see that.
Oh my God. Like, excuse me? Say that again?
I don't. Yeah.
What'd you say, lady? I just what?
Luca, no chills. She's gonna give Noof a run for
You
the money.
you turning into new Luca? What?
Yeah. No chills, Luca.
Ay
Oh my
Dios.
god. I'm just saying, I find that so strange. Like I don't know why they think that
Is
would
that
be
the idea? I don't like.
I don't get it.
I.
Oh my god.
Hmm.
That's hilarious. We got some people in the chat saying theirs too. They're so funny. I saw a girl in the bar who had her eyebrows painted on crooked as fuck, and you can see the stubs of her real eyebrows going back in. But why though? Thank you, Greg, for sending that. Oh my god.
Oh, there's new. There's Noof. He's
Dude.
Good. Good. Hey, Noof says he fucking PJs on all the time. He goes to bed in his Fruit of the Looms, but he don't wear them out to the store. Good point, Noof. That's what I'm talking about.
Exactly. Like, why though? Hi,
Yes.
She-Wolf.
Exactly. Hey, She Wolf. What's up? Yeah.
Oh my god.
Hey, I agree with all your
Gosh,
points. I don't want.
Princess Christina says, when your ex-boyfriend likes some clothes in the women department, but why though? Thank you, Christina, for sending that.
Good point, Iceman. I don't know any dudes that wear tight pants like that, but I sure as hell don't. Nobody. Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, maybe that's a trend.
Oh my
Guys
gosh,
wanna take
hilarious. Guys, if you have any more but why those, send them down below in the comment section. Those are hilarious.
Yes.
We just added this segment and I feel like this would be a nice way to, move on from the more serious topics that we have up top. So, I feel like that was worth it. We had so much fun.
Yes.
All right, guys. Anybody else have any more but why those?
No, I got mine off my chest. Damn.
PJs
Damn
in
pajama
Walmart.
wearing people in Walmart.
Oh man. All right, moving on. Let's get some plugs in. And this is where we, let you guys know where you can find us. Yes, I also have music for this. All right, starting with our guest. Let us know, Crappy, where can we find you?
Oh, you can find me on Crapgamer Reviews on YouTube. You can find me on Twitter at @the_Crapgamer or Xbox Live MOH_Crapgamer. Yeah, I drop content all the time, and tonight I'll be doing BGST, so that's 3 podcasts in one day. But still, should be a fun show tonight on Next Gen 720's channel. So make sure you guys check that out. And thank you, ladies, for having me on.
Anytime.
I appreciate it.
Thank you so much for joining us. It was so much fun.
Yes, it was.
I feel like this was like amazing.
Yeah, it was.
It was awesome.
It was really good.
I hope you guys in chat had a really good time. Thank you so much for being here live. I really appreciate every one of you. We have 34 people watching at the moment. It's great.
Yeah, we've had over 40, so make sure you guys subscribe and stuff like that too, because that's always welcome.
Yes, for sure. Luca, where can we find you?
You can find me at TheAshenLuca on Twitter and Xbox Live. You can find me on Gamers Knows Best channel for ladies' nights, consoles and cocktails. Cocktails and consoles? It's one of those. I don't. Whenever She-Wolf decides that we'll be back on. Love you, She-Wolf. You know you're my girl, though. Anyway, but that's where you can find me.
Nice. And of course, guys, all these links will be down below. So remember that I am a streamer. You can find me on Twitch for now. I will be most likely joining back up on being once I figure out, that part. But Twitch right now, I will be streaming later on after this. And I am on Twitter. You can follow me there. And I do have a Discord where we have more fun than ever. Definitely join if you guys want to see some crazy stuff. If you guys are interested in listening to more Speak podcast, next week we will be here, same time, same place. Definitely check us out for another guest. It will be announced soon, and I am definitely posting the links up for you guys so that you can save it to your calendars. Sundays, 2 p.m. Eastern. Again, thank you all for being here. Anyone else have anything else to say?
Oh, I just want to say, Crap, thank you so much for coming
No
on.
problem.
We really appreciate it. I got nothing but love for you, man. I know I fuck around with you a lot on Twitter. I drag you and make you look bad in front of people. But it's all love. No, Crapgamer's my boy. I love this guy, so.
Yeah, hey, you know what? I appreciate it. I like helping you guys out. It was a fun show. It was different. You know what I mean? That's why I'm doing it, is because it's different. It wasn't just like gaming related, so it was kind of fun to talk about some of the other stuff too. So yeah, I appreciate it. It's been an awesome time. Noof Nukem says the new name for the podcast should be Tight Pants Limp Dicks.
Oh my God.
Yes, that's just what he said. So
This
yes,
guy.
yes.
Yeah,
But,
we
yeah.
definitely change it up here. And I think that's the best part, where we can talk about the shit that annoys us without, sometimes we can't mention these things on our gaming podcast because they don't always have a place there, you know?
Yeah. Oh, the ball's in your court, Mooch, because everybody's a crapaholic. Let's see if you can get
Oh
Mooch
my
in
God.
here, right? Am I right?
I
Am I
mean,
right?
hey, he's welcome. Let's see. Let's
Crapaholics
see.
for life around these parts. That's what I'm talking about. Where's the
TiVo was like, "Oh yeah, second episode, but you already got the best guest ever." I'm like,
Oh.
damn right? That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about right there.
Oh, you guys are awesome. I appreciate every single one of you. And definitely remember, comment below if you have any suggestions on what we can talk about on the show. We definitely take those into consideration. And hit that like button like Lady Foxfire said in chat. All right, guys, you know I have the outro music. I appreciate every one of you. Thank you so much, Crap, for joining.
You guys are awesome.
No problem. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you, everyone.
Thanks for hanging out with us. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.